Now, there was some reporting that emerged today from TMZ that the feds intended to arrest Combs today on Tuesday, but instead moved up the arrest by a day to yesterday based on some new information. What does that suggest to you as an attorney with experience in criminal defense? Does this signal that he was perhaps going to escape?
Well, that's certainly the question I think that folks would ask. And having looked at the detention letter that Justice sent over to the court asking for him to be detained, it certainly appears that there are elements of flight risk that are at issue here. We also see that they allege that he may be dissuading witnesses and obstructing the case. And so whenever that's happening, the government's going to want to curtail that and make sure that this person can't harm their case any further than they may have already done.
You say obstruct, so could there be additional charges for obstruction of justice?
Well, it appears that there can be, and what they've alleged in the detention letter is that Combs has already contacted witnesses and victims and made an effort to dissuade them from testifying, providing them with false narratives. So if they can prove that, and there's evidence to support that, potentially additional charges could be filed.
So the arrest was yesterday. The unsealing of the charges was today. What happens next? Will there be a trial? And if so, when?
Well, first he will face the court, and the question about whether or not he'll be detained will be at issue. So that's where that memo came into play. Will he be in custody while this case is pending, or will the court allow him to remain out of custody with conditions? And then there's a large process of exchanging evidence and looking at the evidence that the court has. The defense's job is to evaluate all of that, to interview witnesses, and put together its defense, whatever that might be in this case. Potentially, a case like this could involve a settlement or a trial. It really depends on what the government's willing to offer, and really the strength of their case, which at this point, it seems strong, but also, what really, quite frankly, the message will be to, the community and the world about this kind of conduct. Will he be an example for others?